Hey everybody, welcome to Harmon Garage. I'm Aaron, and it's another day here in sunny Alabama, and it's actually nice and sunny today. So you guys showed a lot of interest in the 64 Impala SS Convertible, so I figured, what the heck, why not make another video on it? But before we get into that, we got something else to address. We're gonna do another t-shirt giveaway. So the winner of the last video t-shirt will be announced at the end of this video, and then we'll do a t-shirt giveaway again. If you're new to the channel, little rundown: I give away t-shirts on videos by comments. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you leave a comment, you're automatically entered for a chance to win a Harmon Garage t-shirt that I will mail to you free of charge. So be subscribed, leave a comment, you got a chance to win a t-shirt. Like I said, I'll announce the winner of the last one at the end of this video, and I'll announce the winner of the one from this video at the end of the next video. So we're back over here with this old 64 Impala SS, and the last video that I did on it was a will it start, and this video is going to be will it move. So the owner of this car came over, and I fired it up for him that day that I got it running, and he saw that the carb that was on here was junk and everything else. So he brought over a good newer model Holley carburetor, and he actually put it on himself when I wasn't here. So we've got a Holley carb on it now, and hopefully that one works better than the other two that I had on here, the one that came on and the one I put on it. The motor still has the mechanical fuel pump on it from before. So first thing we're gonna do is get a jug of fuel, hook it up to the factory fuel pump, and we'll probably pour a little bit of fuel in this carburetor, get a battery back in this thing, fire it up, and we're gonna see if that factory, or if that mechanical fuel pump that was on here still pumps fuel. If it doesn't, pretty sure I got another one over there in the shop. We can change it out. But my whole purpose right off of the bat here is to get the fuel system working on its own, to suck some fuel out of a fuel jug, work with the pump into the carburetor, so that I can get this thing to just sit here and run on its own without me feeding it fuel or anything like that. I want it to just be able to sit there and idle on its own. If I can get it to sit there and idle on its own, then we can start working on getting it to move. But in order to get it to move, we have to get it to stay running. So I'm gonna get a jug of fuel, get some lines, some hose clamps. We'll get over there and get a fuel system hooked up, and we'll see if it works. All right. Hopefully you guys can see some of what I'm doing. If not, I guess you can just listen to me talk while I do it. But I got a fuel line, got a hose clamp, got a screwdriver. We're gonna, oh, that's convenient. Fuel line that was on there didn't have a hose clamp in it, so that made things easier. Now what I'm going to do, run this line, and I'll just run enough that I can set my over there. Just set my fuel tank in here. We just won't be able to close the hood all the way, and we can just do that. Alright, got our fuel line put on. Pops just came out with the fuel jug, so we'll set it right down in here. Make sure we got enough for this hose.
Make the hole big enough so it'll get the bed again.
What's that?
I'll get the bed again. The hole isn't big enough. Hopefully he's got this carburetor adjusted pretty good. So.
Yeah, I gotta put a bunch of caps on it. I'm gonna cap that off. Or no, I can leave that on because it's got a PCB valve in it. That should be okay. I need a cap for right here.
We'll bring your caps out.
Just get one this size, I think, is all we're gonna need. Yeah, it looks like that's it. Alright, so we'll get this down in here. Alrighty, and then I gotta go run a piece of fuel line from here to here. From here, from the filter over to the carburetor inlet. But that's 5/16 line instead of 3/8, so I'll go run and get some of that and get that going, and then we'll put a battery back in here, see if we can get fuel in that carburetor. Alrighty, get our fuel line hooked up here. Mind you, none of this is permanent. This is all just temporary for now, because when this guy goes to, and the guy that owns this car goes to make it to where it's an actual driver, this motor's coming back out, transit's coming back out, everything's gonna get cleaned up and painted and all that stuff. So this is all just temporary to see what it's gonna do, how it's doing, yada yada yada. So hook that up. Pop's got us a vacuum cap. Put that on there. I think the air cleaner off.
You want to get a little bottle of gas to, in case we need to prime it?
Yeah. Alrighty, Pops is gonna go get us some gas. I'm gonna go get us a battery, and we'll see if this thing fires up. Alright, got a battery in this thing. Got all the fuel lines hooked up. Dad, make sure that's in park for me. It should be, but just double check. I'm gonna go ahead and try to fill these balls up on this carburetor. It might be enough. Make sure we got some in there. We should be ready to go. Really? Alright, well, We got good news.
Leaking.
I know. We got good news. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but our fuel pump is working. It's already filled up the filter, and it's leaking all over the dang place. So that's good. We're going to
Need a screwdriver?
tighten that up and see if that stops it. If not, I'll replace that hose, and then should be putting fuel up in our carburetor. We'll try again. Alright, well, we got our leak fixed, and I think the reason it's not running is because I don't have a good hookup on my ignition here.
Still leaking.
Yeah, it's leaking bad. Alright, I'm going to have to replace that hose and probably that hose clamp, so give me a minute. I'm going to try to fix that, and I'll be right back with you. Okay. The filter was bad. I don't have another one here, so I just went ahead and I knew I had already pumped a bunch of fuel through the line. All the lines are new except for that one little hard line and in the pump, so I figure if there's anything really bad in there, it already did its thing, and so I just hooked the line straight up to the hard line and eliminated a filter for right now. If I get it to run, I want to let it stay running for a little bit. So I don't know if this radiator is any good, but I'm going to go ahead and pour a bunch of water into it and just hope for the best, I guess. So, and the radiator must be good because I put about 1/3 of a gallon in there, and it's sitting up here where I can see it. So,
You want more?
yeah, fill it back up, please. So Pops is going to go grab me some water, and we'll finish topping this radiator off. I just noticed that the fuel system was creating a vacuum on my fuel jug here, so I loosened that up so it doesn't do that anymore, which should help. And then once I get the water topped off, we'll fire this thing back up, see if we can't get it to idle. Okay, got the radiator full of water. Should have everything hooked up, should have fuel in it. So Pops is going to hit the button for me, and I'm going to see if I can make it idle. One more try. It's got to have a vacuum leak somewhere or something. That's got a cap on it. Alright, try it again. That's good, and now it just died for no reason whatsoever again. So I'm going to see if I can get it to run for a little bit, get some heat in it, And our goal for right now is to drive it right there to the wash bay. So let's see if I can get it fired up again, get a little bit of heat in it at least so we can check the transmission fluid, and we'll go from there. Alright, well, I got it to where it's idling halfway decent, and I ain't got a lick of nothing on the tranny dipstick, so we're gonna have to get some transmission fluid, put it down in there, and see if we can get it to where it shows on the dipstick, and then we'll see if she wants to move. Alrighty, got a couple quarts of transmission fluid. Go ahead, it's not even, I didn't even see any on the stick, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pour 2 in. Then we'll fire it back up and check it and see. Actually, I'm gonna pour about half of 1 in, and then make sure it's not running all over the ground somewhere. Nope, it doesn't appear to be. So. Okay. Alright, there's 2. Give that a minute to run down in there, and then we'll start it back up again, see what we got.
Suppose I'll have to stand by you and walk with this thing, huh?
Why?
So your battery don't fall in when you're driving down there.
Maybe. Alright, well, the dipstick tube wasn't fastened to the transmission, and it just pulled out, so I'm going to have to go get a jack it up, try to get it back in, and then we'll know that we're in there. and it's still, the timing's all over the place and it's running kind of rough, but we'll keep tinkering with it, and when I get it to where it's full of transmission fluid and it'll actually kind of idle fairly low on its own, we'll put it in gear and see if it wants to move. All right, we got the transmission fluid topped off. I pulled the cover off the brake master cylinder. It was dry. I poured some fluid in it, went to hit the pedal. It ain't moving. Master cylinder seal shot. It's running all down the booster there. So full of coolant. Transmission fluids in between the add and the full mark with it running. So that should be enough to let it move. And everything else, I guess, should be good to go. So we just need to hook our...
Let's take those covers out of there so they don't roll.
Oh yeah, I never showed you guys this either, but check out this windshield washer fluid bottle. Original glass bottle. Still has blue water in it from 35 years ago. Pretty cool. So we're gonna fire this thing up. I got the cameras in here with me. Hold on, I'm trying to hook this wire up. Dang it. All right, I'll fire this thing up. I'll get in it. We'll see if we can make it move. Come on. I had this thing running for 15 minutes earlier, and now it wants to be stupid. We're almost out of gas. The hose might not be down in the gas.
I'm gonna go fill that jug up again.
Yeah, let's go fill this up with gas. I had dang near a gallon. I figured that'd be enough, but we're gonna fill our little... Dad, just take the cap off. Go fill that back up. We'll come back, we'll fire it up, and then we're gonna try to drive it over to the wash bay. Why do we want to put it on the wash bay? All right, we got some more gas. Let's see what happens. Go ahead. Don't know if the tranny's gonna work, so put it in gear and see what happens. Well, the tranny's grabbing, but the car's not moving, so maybe the brakes are stuck or something. I can't hit the throttle. Let me see if I can get my dad to sit in here and run that while I run the throttle. You want to go put it in gear and I'll try to make it move.
I think so.
You gotta push down on that button on the top and it's just really easy. Okay, you got it in neutral?
It's in park.
Okay.
spinning the tires.
So the front brakes are locked up?
Yes.
All right.
You smell the rubber now?
Yeah. All right, well, I couldn't see it because I was underneath there, but apparently the rear tires are spinning. The front ones aren't letting it move. So the transmission does work. I am gonna make this thing drive, but we're gonna try to crack them front brakes loose so that it'll drive on its own. So give me a few minutes. I'm gonna see if I can bump it a couple times with my truck or something with a chain, get those front tires to turn, and then we'll see if we can drive it on its own again. All right, it took a little bit of work, but we were able to get it to where we could make a lap around the building with the truck dragging it so that the front brakes are freed up. We haven't even tried to move it on its own yet since we did that. I wanted to make it moving by itself on its own be on video for the first time. So we literally just drug it around the shop once to make sure once we got the front brakes freed up and got it out of the little hole that it was in, we drug it around one full time to make sure that they were free. So now I'm gonna fire it back up again. I'm gonna jump in it and put it in gear, and hopefully it'll drive on its own. And hopefully we can get it on the wash bay without hitting anything because we ain't got no brakes. And Dad's gonna film. And I got the other camera set up for more film. We'll see what comes out of it. In here. I'm gonna put it in park because it looked like it tried to jump a little bit. Don't need to get run over. No, it's not gonna run. Here, I'll get it. Let it move under its own power. So, go ahead.
I got it.
All right, good enough.
Well, there you have it. 35 years of sitting. Car starts, car runs, needs a, and it moves.
All right, well, hopefully you guys saw decent footage of this thing driving by itself. It was kind of a, it doesn't have any brakes, so I'd go and then I'd try to put it in neutral to let it coast, and it would go into reverse and die, and kind of a pain in the butt. But regardless, after 35 years, the car's driving by itself. Kind of, sort of. The drivability is not that great without having brakes, but it still moved under its own power, runs on its own. So I'm gonna do it a favor and clean it up a little bit. Now, I don't want to get the inside too wet, so I'm gonna stay away from the top and just kind of be real gentle on the windows, and then pressure wash the rest of the car, and we'll see how it looks and how much paint it has left on it when I get done. We got that sucker cleaned up. I know I said I was going to stay away from the top, but I bumped the front of it cleaning the windshield, and that sucker went brand new white, and it wasn't leaking at all, and I couldn't help myself. I had to clean the top up, and it cleaned up really well, and it doesn't leak. The owner thought it was junk. It's going to have to be replaced. I haven't showed you guys this, but I'm sure you saw it in the videos, but the zipper is no good. So you can't zip up the back window, and it's a little torn up and stuff back here, so I'm sure a good upholsterer could fix it. I don't know if it would be cheaper than getting a new top or not, but the top of the top looks amazing. The car looks way better than it did. Got all the pollen and stuff off the front. Got it all cleaned up. Don't look down there under the door because I missed a spot, but it's regardless, it looks 110 times better than it did. And pretty dang cool. Still not a car guy. Still don't have any interest in having this car, but I like it and it's cool. And when his car's done and my Blazer's done, we can go cruise convertibles together. But so that's it. 35 years parked in a shed, left for dead. Any other rhymes you can come up with to keep that going, put them in the comments. But yeah, speaking of comments, if you left one on the last video, you have a chance to win a t-shirt right now. And I've already done the random comment generator because I actually remembered this time to do it before I started the outro for the video. And the winner is Headers and Strings, Mr. Keith. You've won a shirt. Send me a message with your size and your address. I'll get one coming your way right away. So if you're upset right now because you didn't win that shirt, then you should be down in the comments leaving a comment on this video, because you have an opportunity to win a shirt in the comments on this video also. Make sure you're subscribed, leave me a comment, you're automatically entered to win a shirt. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I was trying to get a video out quick this week because some stuff at the end of last week kind of got me off kilter, so I was trying to get a video done today to put out for you guys tomorrow. And I knew that the Impala SS Convertible had drawn some attention, and I knew that I could probably get a fuel system going on it and see if we couldn't get it to move and get it cleaned up in a fair amount of time to get a video out. And I did. Thank you guys so much for watching. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Pop says bye. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time.